Okay, so we're back and we're going to do some manipulating. All of the pieces have been turned, and I'm just going to use my hands to do some manipulating, maybe a sponge, maybe a wooden kidney. All of the tools that I use also are available for purchase from my business website. I'll put the links to those down below in the comments. So I'm going to put the camera down. I hope to get it into a good spot. Excuse the mess. Okay, I've done this little guy over here, so I'm going to have a go at this one now. So that's all the turned pieces, so they're all turned and ready to go. So I'll pop the camera here. Hopefully that's the chuck that I've been using. Okay, let's have a go at this one. I'll keep an eye on the camera to kind of hope that it stays in the right spot. So I don't have a hole in this one at all, so I'm going to look at it first and kind of decide, you know, which bit do I think might be the base. So I think I might go for this being the base. So I do need to put a hole in it in order to manipulate it, because if I try and squish it now, it's not really going to squish because it's full of air. So I'm just going to put a little hole in it. If I change my mind, this is fixable. If after I've manipulated it, I've decided that the base is up here, for example, I can just cover this hole up and put a fresh hole in. But I think I'm going to, so because that's the base, I'm going to turn it up the other way. I'm going to put the base in my hand so that I'm working on what is going to be the top and the side of the pot. And I'm just using my hands just to gently, really gently squeeze down on the clay. So you can see it kind of needs to be fairly soft. Just going to make some shapes. I like to do my shapes a little bit curved, so they're a bit kind of organic looking. You can get a little bit of water if you want to work it a little bit more. I'm going to now squeeze that in so that it kind of like collapses on itself a little bit. Kind of rolling it into itself. I'm going to do the same with this one. When you're doing this, you can kind of hear the air from inside sizzling out of the hole that you've made. So that's those two first little marks have created that. It's a fairly intuitive process. Don't really go in with it with a plan, apart from where I've put that first hole, which isn't really a plan because you can change it as you go anyway. Now I'm going to be carving these as well. Well, that's my intent at the moment. I was wondering if it might be too busy, but we'll see how we go. So there's my hole, so that's the base. So I might do something therefore on this end because it's going to sit down here. So I might do something up here on the very top. Just keep smoothing it as you go as well, because if any little imperfections arise, they'll keep getting bigger as you stretch the clay. So just smooth them out kind of as you go. Okay, I think that might do. Let's see how it looks when it's sitting on its, what is going to be its bottom. So I'm just making that a little bit flat where I put the hole, which is, doesn't have to be a big hole. All that is either like a toothpick or a skewer or one of these needle tools. So it doesn't need to be a big hole, it's just anything to let the air out. Okay, yep, that's going to, so just make sure it's going to sit flat for you. And that is sitting flat. And so that is that piece finished, apart from any carving that I'm going to do to it. Okay, that's it. So I'll pop that over there and I'll have a go at another one. I won't show them all because it's just more of the same. You get the gist. So the next vid will be about the carving that I do to them, and then we'll be doing burnishing. Okay, all right, stay tuned and like, follow, share, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, whichever one, go for it. And I think that the studio mascot's going to come over from outside the window. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there he is. Where are you? Over here. He's being distracted by his father. There he is. What are you doing? Look at me. Look at the camera. Hello? What are you doing? What are you doing? He's a funny boy. Okay, all right. See you next time.